First, I don't think I've heard your Oasis time. How was it?
Awesome. What a blast. What a fun time. Band super tight, loud, sounded great. I think the set list they picked was tremendous. My big complaint is that they play the same set list every night.
It was, though. Did you like it? Or I know you were against it originally.
I know I'm against a band playing the exact same set list every night in the exact same order. I don't get it, especially if you suck. Like, as I like to say, Bon Jovi should play the same set list and just play his hits because his secondary material is not strong. And he kind of sucks. Sorry. I mean, with all due respect. Like, that's the kind of guy that should play just his hits. When you're Oasis, you got 8 albums and you got 100 songs that could get people off. Mix it up. I would think that they would want to mix it up to just keep it more interesting for themselves.
Everybody wants to get off, Mike. I'm being cheeky.
No. Again, there's only certain artists. You got to have if you have a deep catalog, you can still play hits and play different hits every night. You don't have to play the same hits.
Could they still nail all the songs and everything?
They're pitch perfect.
Sounded like the album and everything?
Voice quality was tremendous. The guitar work, tight. My only issue is that I just knew what was coming in the exact order. But but that being said, they picked a good set list. Like that, I think they, I like the fact, like, I'm not there. I'm a guy that doesn't need to see the hits. Like I
don't need Wonderwall or Champagne Supernova.
Champagne Supernova and Wonderwall are their last 2 songs, which gave us the perfect opportunity to leave and beat the crowd. I don't need to see this. But no, they sounded great. The visuals were tremendous. Sound quality was great. They really leaned into the reunion part of it and the brotherly love part of it and all that. And it was just kind of cool. And I'm into it. I just love the snarly layered guitar. I mean, they had 3 guitarists up there between Noel. Is it Bonehead? Is that what they call him? He was one of the original guitarists. And then they had a 3rd guitarist in there with the bass player. I mean, it's a big, full sound. Sounded great.
How do you feel about potentially Taylor Swift being the halftime show act this year?
I don't think it's going to happen.
She's too big for it.
She's too big. She doesn't need it.
I'm a Swiftie. Not like crazy but I enjoy her work.
I totally
like
do.
everything she does.
Me too.
People are just haters if they don't like her.
I agree.
But I think the reason why I don't want it is she's too big for it. That's beneath her, like Bill Belichick.
It's beneath
UNC.
her. Yeah.
By the way, speaking of that, when they showed Jordan, it was like she wants to be Taylor, right? Like they kept showing the booth, her with Randy Moss, her with Lawrence Taylor. She is the Timo version of whatever Taylor Swift could ever be. I don't know if you ever shopped on Temu.
I don't even know what that is.
Temu is like the off-brand on Amazon.
Okay.
But yeah, it's kind of like a slight on somebody. Like there might be like a Temu Felger out there.
There's an off-brand Taylor Swift, off-brand Amazon, off-brand Felger. Yes, off-brand Joe Murray. The Taylor Swift thing, I love how it's played out. Like people just can't handle that she fell in love with Travis Kelce and they're just in love. They can't deal with it. They can't. This is fake. It's for publicity. They're going to break up soon after the Eras tour. They're just doing it after she plays New York. They're just doing it because she's releasing a Taylor's version. As soon as that's over, they're done. As soon as the Super Bowl's over, they're done because she can't. She's just showing up to the game to get publicity like she needs it. Like it was an absolute impossibility to people that she just fell in love with a football player and wanted to go see him play. And it turns out she just fell in love with a football player and wanted to go see the game.
Give her a friendship bracelet.
And people couldn't deal with it. People still can't deal with it.
She didn't know anything about football, which is fine with me. I don't care.
Who cares?
Sometimes that works.
You know who still doesn't know anything about football after being married to me for 23 years? Sarah, my wife, the Wood. If you asked her, Taylor Swift admitted on this podcast about, I used to think the quarterbacks were on the field at the same time, like Jared Goff and Justin Herbert would line up across from each other and like wrestle with each other.
That's funny. I gotta like that she thinks that.
It was cute. It was fun. She admitted it because she asked Travis, "What's it like lining up across the field from your brother?" And they had to explain to her that we both play offense. We're not on the field at the same time, and she admitted that. She admitted, like, I didn't know. If you ask my wife to this day, she's like, Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen are on the field at the same time? Like, she wouldn't even think about it. So What? Taylor Swift has to fucking know football, even the most rudimentary stuff about it? Who cares?
I also think that it's probably time for her to, after this tour, maybe she does have kids.
It'd be interesting to see if she has kids.
Because
I agree.
I feel like it's all setting up, both of them kind of going off into the sun. But the haters, I'm sure the chat is in there right now hating on her. I'm happy for them, and can't wait for a new album.
People just can't deal with the Taylor Swift stuff. It's great.
What'd you think of Arch Manning this weekend? And is there another kid that you've watched? Like, to me, I thought that was a Manning's kid out there. And I've seen him play. Like, dude can play, at least last year. But after watching him, I was happy for Matt Patricia.
When you say last year, we just saw him in spot duty last year.
He would come in for Quinn Ewers when Ewers sucked, and Arch would lead them down the field. I actually thought when Texas was trying to win the game over Ohio State, they should have put Arch in on the goal line. And instead, Ewers got strip sacked and taken back 99 yards for a touchdown. So he was elite last year. He probably should have played over Ewers a time. But I don't know. He looked like a guy that's a Manning's kid. Like, just hyped, got big money. He sucked. But I got to give all the credit to Matt Patricia. And I feel like now, Mike, that's a talking point. We now have to go back to the Belichick coaching tree. Whether it's Bill O'Brien, Josh McDaniels has something to prove this week, right? So Brian Flores could come back, and look what he's doing with Minnesota. I'm just saying the Belichick coaching tree is still alive.
Yeah, I love it.
So I'm watching.
Here, real quick, Gart asks, what happens when we die? Let me I'll answer this by saying, I don't know. And I think anyone who claims to really know, and I'm not, smirching your beliefs, you can believe, but if you claim to know, I'm sort of I'm a little dubious. The answer is I don't know. The answer for all of us should be I don't know. This is what I want to believe. This is what I believe. These are my beliefs. But to say is but what do I believe? If I had to guess on one thing, I believe in some form of reincarnation.
Okay.
Some form of
maybe a dog or
I don't
something
know.
different?
And not that we remember what we once were. Or that it's a straight, I immediately go into someone else's body. And I'm exactly like that. But I do believe that our spirit lives somehow. And it lives on in not strictly another person, but in people or it's something along those lines. Okay.
We had a call.
If you had to guess.
Well, I grew up Catholic, so they tell us that we die and we either go to purgatory, we sit there, or we go to hell or heaven. That's what they told us.
Do you believe it?
I don't know what to believe from going to Catholic school in the city of Boston. I'm out. It's not. I don't have PTSD from it. Nothing was true. And those. I'm not going there right now. But yes, I don't know. I don't know what. But we had a caller the other night. We were talking about restaurants that were haunted, and this guy called in and he goes, "Yes, my wife haunts this restaurant that she worked at." Somebody else called in and said, "Yeah, there's a woman who haunts this restaurant." We got 3 calls in a row.
The same restaurant. They were talking about the same place. What was it?
It was in the South Shore somewhere. But I agree. I had a dog pass once, and I heard the dog callers once in the middle of the night, and I'm like, "What the hell's going on here?" Again, I could have been fucked up, but whatever. Yeah. But I do feel like spirits live on.
So I'm half Catholic, and I don't really believe in the Catholic thing. I'm half Jewish, who believe that's nothing. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, and big nothing.
The Sopranos said... I
don't know if I totally believe that either, though. Go ahead.
In The Sopranos, they said, "Hey, what happens when you die?" And Bobby goes, "Everything just turns black." Well, isn't that how The Sopranos ended?
How'd you feel about The Sopranos' final episode?
I mean, it was disappointing, but you know what? It lives on. We still talk about... Here it is in 2025, and we're still talking about it.
So the final episode was garbage. The final scene I loved. It goes to black. It's up to you to decide. There were clues in there that the killer was in there somewhere.
I think we got whacked.
Yeah, maybe we got whacked.
Yeah, that's how I felt when it happened.
So I had no problem with that. I don't mind open-ended endings at all.
Jake?
I just watched The Sopranos the first time in the last year. I finished it over the course of a year. And I got to say, the ending was such a love-hate relationship. Because I love it, because it's up to interpretation, so you can determine what you want to believe. But at the same time, there was a part of me that wanted to see Tony get whacked.
Who's the most hateful character for you? Mine was Janice.
Yeah, Janice was pretty hateable.
The sister.
Oh, I hated her.
Annoying.
Plus, she got with the other capos, and it was gross.
And she pegged.
And she got with Bobby.
She was pegging
Ralphie. No, was it
who was the guy?
Richie Aprile?
I think so.
No, she, but you know, just shoving up there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey, I'm talking about pegging. I'm talking about the dildo up the.
And then the
rectum.
Russian, and then, yeah. She's the worst. Oh, Phil was a great villain, though. Gotta tell you.
I almost hated Tony in a lot of ways because he was the perfect
He's the
mesh of-
anti-hero,
Yeah,
too,
the anti-hero,
yeah.
right? He's the perfect anti-hero. And there were things that he did that you were like, why are you doing this? I want you to do this. And he doesn't do that. But also, I think one of the biggest storylines in that was Dr. Melfi when she was raped in the garage.
Yeah,
and like, you're sitting there as a viewer. It's the only time as a show.
She didn't want
I'm saying, tell Tony. And she sits there and she doesn't.
Yeah.
And that was such a turning point in the TV
And then
show. for
she
me.
had a psychiatrist to help her with her problems. It was wild.
So this is Jake Seymour, who helps us out. He produces the show. He gives us some questions as well, including Joe, favorite go-to appetizer for an NFL game?
Wings, boneless, whatever. Buffalo, barbecue. I'm a garlic parm guy. I also love a buffalo dip. Any kind of, I could keep going. That's enough.
So I would go dip. I like a nice Mexican dip, but any sort of dip, I think that's a good football thing.
I'm a Mexican street corn guy of late.
Oh,
Hot
yeah.
and
Love
colds,
it.
whatever. Oh, in on that.
Where's your favorite place to go get it? They used to have a great one on Washington Street in the South End. It was a, oh, God.
Beehive?
No. What the place is called? Can't remember what it's called. Do you like to watch the Red Zone or one game at a time?
Yeah, that was something we are going to bring up. I don't like the idea of commercials. So I'm here. I do post game here. I get here from 1 o'clock because I don't want to be bothered all day. So I watch whatever's on the TV, and then I bring a laptop with different views. So I'm watching 4 games at once. And then in the studio, we can watch 3 games at once.
I so much prefer watching single games. I think Red Zone. I mean, I watch it. I'll sample it, but I get annoyed. To me, I want to see the drive. I want to see what leads up to the score. I don't play fantasy
Betting.
Thank you.
Yep.
Exactly.
That's what it's all about.
So I'm not totally into it, but of course I sample it. Like, why wouldn't you? Prince Humperdinck.
Hey, friend of the show.
Is that a friend of the show?
Well, he's yes.
It's Prince that's not Princess Bride, is it? Or Prince Humperdinck is that Humperdinck is History of the World? No, what is that? What's Prince Humperdinck? Anyway,
I don't remember.
when you die, the atoms that are you change into something else. Exactly. Something along those lines. Something happens with the atoms. Something happens with the
Is that why people dump ashes out?
energy. I don't know. But
Are you ashes or you want to be cremated or buried?
I think I'm being buried. I think it's what my wife wanted. I would have been fine with cremation, but I think she wants to be in the ground, so I'm gonna be in the ground. You?
I just don't want
Princess Bride. I was right. Thank you.
I just don't want anyone to have to pay for. Like, I know you probably have it all set up and in the state. I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. So whatever happens to me, whatever's the cheapest version.
Goodell on back to Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl. Goodell on the Today Show Tuesday. We would always love to have Taylor. It's a maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sure the league would. Of course they would. If I were her, I wouldn't do it. I don't think she's going to do it.
And
she doesn't need
she
to
won't
do
get
it.
paid either.
Yes,
When
that's
does she
like
do anything without getting paid? I'm not saying she is that person, but I want it to be Metallica, honestly, in California, San Francisco. Like, they're from there. I don't know. Would you like Metallica?
I like Metallica, sure. I mean, not enough to go to a concert, but as a halftime act, they'd be great.
Yep.
That'd be a great thing to
You
have.
know all the hits.
Scott Hansen said today on Pat McAfee there will be commercials on the Red Zone. Your thoughts?
Out, stupid. I wouldn't mind a picture-in-picture, like a commercial with all the games still going.
Okay, so that's what they're doing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is
all
that
Pulling it
right?
up. Yeah, so The Athletic came out about, I think, 30 minutes ago and talked about this, how it's just going to be picture-in-picture commercials, and they're not going to go fully to the commercials, but the audio that you're going to be hearing will be commercials, not the game when they're doing the picture-in-picture.
The whatever press release said a full commercial, so that's what I assumed. But everyone's doing that now. Netflix is doing it. Peacock's doing it. Wrestling does it, which is everywhere now. So you'll be used to it after a while.
Stream East,
Yeah, it's done.
world's largest illegal sports streaming platform,
Yeah.
shut down
I
in
think Bedard
Sting.
shut it down yesterday. He talked about streaming games elsewhere. He might have shut it down.
So,
So-
Felger, you
Big
probably
boy.
have no idea what StreamEast is.
I don't.
Okay, so StreamEast was this website that you could go on, and it would give you access to any sporting event. NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball, hockey, didn't matter. So you could just go into your Chrome browser, punch in the URL, and poof, you could watch any game you wanted. It was the cheapest way to do it because it was free. There were a lot of ads. A lot of them were sketchy. but it was the easiest way to do it without having to jump through cable and streaming subscriptions.
And the person who owned it got tons of clicks and made a lot of money. And now, done.
No
They
mas.
found him in Egypt.
Yeah. Well,
They
it's 'cause-
found him in Egypt.
Yes, so he wasn't even stateside.
So can they arrest him? Is he?
They said that they arrested him in Egypt. It was 2 people they got.
I don't know. Anything that's overseas, I feel like you can get away with.
I would think. I mean, there's no. You're not in U.S.
There's
soil.
A lot of online bookies are out there.
Did you see this Kawhi Leonard story?
Yes.
Can you break it down for me? I haven't had a chance to
He
read it.
signed a deal with the Clippers, and part of the deal was to circumvent the salary cap to give him an apple farm worth $28 million.
They gave him an apple farm.
Something to that degree.
Literally an
I don't-
apple farm.
I thought it was just a marketing appearance. So they had him on the books to be like, oh,
Okay.
he's
Oh,
a
it was a
marketing.
no-show job. Is
Yeah, it
what
was a no-show job pretty much.
I had a no-show
So
job.
he was
once.
making $7 million per year over 4 years, or it was $28 million total, but $7 million per year for 4 years.
Why the fuck for Kawhi Leonard?
Yeah, it was because the Spurs wouldn't give him anything, and
Yep.
another team only offered him 18 as a no-show job, 18 million. So
That was the
Ballmer-
Raptors, yeah.
Raptors, yeah. And then yeah. Look at this is like Sopranos-esque.
So this is a common thing, you think?
So
Must
now
be.
they're
It
looking
can't
at
be.
Pablo
Come on.
Torre just came out and said he's going to look at Jalen Brunson because Brunson came out and had this whole I'm taking a pay cut for the team, but maybe he's getting something on the back end that we don't know about.